Okay, the last thing I want to really touch on is the whole thing of loudness awareness. TC have really pioneered that whole area for a number of years, really kind of trying to get the message out that slamming everything to its absolute maximum isn't always the best way. And you know, certain songs and certain material requires for stuff to be hard and pumped, and other material just doesn't need it. And one of the great tools that TC have on the System 6000 is the LM6 loudness meter, and it just shows you in real time with a radar type graphic how loud you are pushing your mixes, and all the various things you should look out for, such as the program loudness, the loudness range, the true peak maximum, the sliding loudness, all the things that make up the overall density and volume of your track. And certainly for a producer like myself, who's always being asked, can make it louder, make it louder, make it louder, it's a really great tool to have. And I quite often have it on permanently when I'm doing a mix, just to see where I'm going with everything and to see whether I'm taking out too much of the dynamics, or whether there's too much dynamics in a track which needs to be a little bit more dense and pushed. So I'm going to just show you the meter itself now. Most of the action goes on with this radar window. Now when you can set how long you want the radar to go round for. I've got it set on a preset at the moment, which is a CD master. So this is basically ready to go to kind of give you an idea of what your track should be like if you're going to get it ready for putting out commercially. So I'm going to play you a snippet of a track that I produced last year for Nick Kershaw called You're the Best. I produced and mixed this version of it here in my studio, and I'm just going to show you on the radar basically what's going on with it. So let's get the radar up here. And one thing I should point out, which is great about having the Icon software, is until the Icon software it was a little bit frustrating, because you might perhaps have the LM6 in engine 4 in a System 6000, but if you were doing stuff in any of the other engines you couldn't actually see the meter. Now with the Icon software I can have simultaneously the Icon and the Icon software on different pages, so I can leave the Icon software up here set to the LM6 if I've got it set up on an engine, and that way whatever I do down here on the System 6000 doesn't affect that, and I can always still see that readout. Anyway, let's play the track and see what happens when we put it into the LM6. So I'm going to turn the pause off and put it onto the radar, and we're ready to go. Now you can see as we're going round where the dips are in the energy. Okay, so if we pause it there, you can see there's a snapshot of that part of the track, and we can see very clearly where the energy is and where we may need to doctor the mix if it's too dense. Now in this case I wanted it to be quite a dense mix. It was designed for radio and for being a single. It's not totally squashed. Obviously you can see that there's still a good amount of space and air between the peaks. But what's been great about this tool is it's really just raised my awareness of program material and its overall loudness. And before I may not have really cared about that, and I might have just pumped everything because everybody was saying make it louder, make it louder. Now I've got a visual tool that actually tells me, and I can go to the stats page now and it'll tell me for that small section I played all the individual stats for that. Now what I'm usually looking for a commercial mix is I'm looking to keep everything sort of well into this yellow ring here. But what I'm not looking for is anything to go into the outside ring here, which is basically peaks, and I'm not looking for a continuous yellow band, which means there's basically no dynamics left in the music, and you basically just squashed it to the absolute maximum.